Okay, so Lola's now given birth to her first puppy. I can get round them. As you can see, it's a male. I'm about to weigh it now, but my feeling is it's between 4 and 450. It looks very healthy. Fit and healthy. Between the somewhere between 400 and 450 grams, I'd imagine. Stay. You're all right. Stay. Is it 435? Easy, 435 grams, so good weight, nice size, not overly big, not small, so we should be okay with that. There's a good girl. And after she's given birth, we put the bars up, it just gives her more room around the edge to protect them, but this just gives more room while we're here giving birth and that, and easier to change the blankets and everything else. So what do we use? We use a white sheet. The reason for that is so we can see what colour the blood actually the blood is, to discharge, etc., etc. It's a good contrast. Underneath that we have a waterproof mat, and underneath that is a wet bed. And that's through giving birth. We have a heat lamp there for the puppies. After the birth, we'll probably have to change the sheet and that halfway through the birthing. And then, but after the birth, then we use the heat mats as well. But during birth, I don't use the heat mats, just use the heat lamp. Hey, Lola. You can see she's very, very attentive. Very, very firm as well. Firm with me actually as well. It's incredibly firm when it comes to me handling as well. It's what I say, different females, different ways. Abba doesn't interfere with me when I was picking up her puppies, and Lola is very, oh, where are you going? Push, push, push. And this is a different technique of the females. Good girl. Lola's very much, I'm in charge, these are mine, and I know what I'm doing. So we've just given birth to our second puppy. It went quite well. Pretty easy. It's like 20 minutes after her first. I'm going to weigh it. And they're going about 450, I should imagine. Consider. Maybe 300. There we go. 430, 440. So both the same size. Again, relatively easy. So Lola's just given birth to her third puppy. It's a female. She's just been cleaning it up. I've got the other two under the light there, as you can see. I'm just about to weigh this one. It's a little bit smaller than the other two. Not by much, but it is smaller. Going to weigh the puppy now. At 400. So just a slightly smaller. Okay, so the last puppy was about an hour ago, about 12:30, and we've got 8 puppies, 6 males and 2 females. I'm pretty certain it's all over now. I'm taking Lola out, she's going to get cleaned up. Going to change the bed now. As you see, they're all huddled up, they've all been on the tip, and now it's just about keeping them warm. So we're going to change the bed, put the bars around the side so she doesn't roll on them, and put the heating mats on underneath and everything else, and yeah, 8 puppies from Lola. So just change the bed, put the bars up, and heating mats on, and immediately the effect of the heating mat is quite incredible. And just about to get Lola back in. She's just been dried off now. She's been in the shower, of course, and we're all set, but the puppies are content and everything else, and that's what it's about now. It's just about keeping them warm. They feed when they need to. They're not moving about unnecessarily, apart from to get to the mother's tip in the first few days, so that they start putting on that weight, and then later on we start manipulating the temperature a little bit, depending on the competition and the level with the litter. But generally I don't need to interfere too much with the Lola litter. We know how she does it. She's very strict with what she does. She feeds in batches, and she has her puppies pretty much organised from day off. And she's quite content, as you can see. She's back with her pups. no pressure on the mother, and that's what it's about now. Make it reasonably easy for Lola, and just look after her, and if we look after her, she's going to look after her puppies. Good girl. So, welcome to the world.